Tony G. King the Queen, King the Queen. Every king needs a queen, and every queen needs a king. We can agree or disagree, in the end we still a team. I need you like you need me. Talk to me, baby, tell me how you feel. Don't hold back, keep it real. It's just you and me, be comfortable. Let's talk about it and be about it, cause every king needs a queen.
Welcome to the kingdom. This is King to Queen Talk, where we provide the black, grown, and unfiltered perspective on life, love, and everything in between. I am Tony G. Listen, welcome back. We missed y'all. I know it's been a little minute, but as you can see, I didn't come here by myself. We're gonna get situated. My brother got me right here. Listen, I'm glad to see y'all. We're back. Hopefully, you can see everybody. We all in the angle. How we looking? Good? All right. So as y'all come in, get comfortable, we are really going to talk about what we going to have going on in 2023. As y'all can see, I'm not alone once again. So I'm going to go down the road. My brother's going to be last, so I'm going to start right here. So, got to give it up to 1/3 of the Just Listen podcast. Not only that, he is the star and the host of Carr's Corner. You understand me? We're going to give it up for Carr, a.k.a. Genuine, in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now we got to go to my right, the CEO of Unlaced. The CEO of, when it comes to production, I mean, he's unmatched. You understand me? He's unmatched. He done taught me a few things, you understand me? So Unlaced Productions, also 1/3 of Just Listen podcast, also 1/2 of the Never Play Yourself podcast, also 1/2 of the Journey of Love, Our Journey of Love podcast. Get me right. Shout out to Ep.4, aka Phil. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Now, y'all seen this brother. Y'all seen this brother a time or two. I have to credit him, if I haven't said it before on the live, I have to credit him for helping me get King to Queen off the ground. So I have to credit my brother, who is 1/2 of the Never Play Yourself podcast. And Super Bowl champion of about 10. Right now, he probably got him on his toes. Now he probably ran out of fingers at this point.
This one right here.
That's one right there.
Last January championship.
Man. So, flag football champion. Oh, dang. Y'all give it up for my brother, the one and only TJ in the building.
What it do?
Yes. So as y'all come in here, let us know if you can hear us. I want to make sure our audio is good. We have multiple cameras going on right now, so we just want to make sure y'all can hear us. A simple thumbs up is good. I see my brother in the building. Shout out to Seeing the World. Who else we got in there?
Brianna Williams, shout out. Shout out Lexi_humanitarian for joining us.
Appreciate you for joining us. Once again, let us know if you can hear us. A simple thumbs up will work. My brother's in here, so help us out. I don't want to get started, and then we got to do this all over again. You understand? So y'all let us know. But as we're waiting on that, I'm going to start with you, Carr.
Yes,
So if y'all haven't, excuse me. If you haven't checked out Just Listen, the most recent episode, if you haven't checked out Never Play Yourself, the most recent episode, you must be living under a rock at this point. Because we've been out in these streets. We've been out in these podcast streets, you understand me? So if you haven't checked it out, make sure you check it out, because we did a wrap-up with both Never Play Yourself and Just Listen. The wrap-up was crazy. We had tea and lemonade, and, things got very, very interesting.
We talked about intimate worship. Shout out to Precious for joining us.
Thumbs
our
up.
brother said we good on it.
Thank you, sir. Shout out to Precious.
Shout out to our sister AJ for joining us.
Shout out to my sister AJ. So we already know what we learned from 2022. If you haven't watched the previous episodes of Just Listen and Never Play Yourself, go catch up on that. We in 2023 now, so that's what we're going to talk about. Is that all right? Mm-hmm. So in 2023, what are you looking forward to in 2023?
Personally, self-improvement.
Yes, sir.
From myself. That's it. I'm good in every other areas. Self-improvement for myself is what I'm looking forward to 2023.
That's what's up. How about you, Mr. Phil?
Accomplishments. 2022 was all about journey and the process. 2023 is just accomplishing.
Okay. How about you, brother?
Looking forward to getting these numbers up on these podcasts, winning some more ships.
You need more?
I need more.
Man, I mean, you surpassed Jordan, you surpassed Brady. I don't know. Man.
We're going to have a photo shoot.
He gonna need one. He gonna need one. We gonna need one.
I need one.
So I'm actually gonna match your energy. Well, everybody's, because self-improvement is for everybody. We should always be, on the self-improvement tip. Getting numbers up, we should always be there as podcasters. And when it comes to just being better and doing better in 2023, taking things to the next level, achieving goals, we should all be there. So I'm going to actually embrace all three of those goals and incorporate them in mine. Is that all right?
Yes.
So we're going to get into these hot topics. Listen, I want to give this little note, okay? We talk about sports, we talk about relationships, we talk about everything. It's unlimited, it's unfiltered, so know that this is an unfiltered perspective, okay? So get comfortable, because we're going to talk about it, no holds barred, all right? So first we're going to talk about sports, because that was over social media. DeMar Hamlin, 24 years old, from McKees Port, PA. That's only a few miles away from where I was actually born, so shout out to PA. Graduated from Pitt University, drafted in the 6th round 2 drafts ago. He plays for the Buffalo Bills. He's a safety, second year in the NFL, and I didn't know this part, second on the Bills for tackles. So pretty effective. But if you didn't know, the incident that happened a few days ago now, that happened during the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals game. And some may argue that that was the biggest game for Monday Night Football, in a long time. So when we can break that down, we're going to break that down a little bit more when we get to Skip Bayless, if you don't mind. So for those of you that might be living under a rock, I'm going to just tell you exactly what happened, and then we're going to talk about it. Is that all right? Let's get to it. So the Bengals, Joe Burrow goes on to score, goes on to score down the field, makes it 7-0. The Bills go on to score a field goal, and then it's 7-3. The incident then happens around the 6-minute mark of the first quarter. Joe Burrow completes a pass to T. Higgins and went for 13 yards to the Buffalo's 48-yard line. DeMar Hamlin goes on to make what seemed to be a pretty routine tackle on Higgins. DeMar then bounces up to his feet from after the tackle for a brief moment and then goes back down. Hamlin then collapses on the field and suffered cardiac arrest. He was then given CPR to restore his heartbeat, while paramedics also administered a defibrillator. Still messed it up, but it's all good. All right. And here goes the thing. I work at a hospital. Don't judge me. I got people out here. I got people in the comments that gonna talk about me. So, what were your initial thoughts? First of all, did y'all watch the initial game?
I was watching the game.
I know he was watching.
Shout out to Seymour Degrees in the building.
Shout out to Seymour Degrees. So, what was your initial thought since you were watching it live?
I watched it live and I was like, when he got up and went back down, I initially thought he had a concussion, but I was like, it wasn't that crazy of a hit for him to have a concussion. But then he stayed down, and it was just like shell shock. You just looking like you don't know what's going on. You just trying to figure it out like everybody else.
What exactly just happened, especially the point of him getting up
Yeah.
and then falling back down. That I'd never seen. That was like boxing. That's like something that happens when people are boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that I'd never seen that. So what was your thought, Carr?
Well, I seen it when somebody posted in the group chat. They're all about sports. When I saw the clip, I'm like, well, what happened to him? Because the hit didn't seem too devastating for him
Right.
to go down.
Right.
And until they told me it was cardiac arrest, I was like, man, a hit like that, watching on screen, looked like a tap hit.
Right.
It didn't look that
It didn't
devastating.
look,
So
yeah.
I was like, dang, a hit like that, and he can go into cardiac arrest like that. So somebody that doesn't know what a cardiac arrest is, you know, I'm like, damn, that's deep.
His heart stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
What about you, Phil?
I was kind of the same way as far as like I didn't know what I thought initially like TJ said I thought he had a concussion, but at the same time I've seen guys who take a hit and then next thing you know they drop because of an injury, something like that. So I just immediately thought, okay, maybe he just really high on adrenaline, and so he was just like he just passed out or something because he was just so
Right.
excited.
Right.
Because I didn't think the hit was that
Right.
devastating. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a headshot or anything like that. But they quickly went to commercial and took it off the screen. So it was kind of like what's going on, and then they
Right.
were just slowly giving bits and pieces. So
Yeah, for me, I really thought the same thing that y'all thought. Like, because they did the replay of it, it's like, was it that bad? You know what I'm saying? It's like you start thinking of that, but you weren't him. So you know what I'm saying? And it could have. Well, clearly it was like a perfect storm, as they say,
right.
where it's like just an accident that happened. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't expected. I didn't expect it to be that. And so once I see him get up and go back down there, I was like, I didn't know how to feel. I knew it was something though. I knew it was something serious. Watch you drink that. It's about to fall. So a lot of people, took to social media and gave, heartfelt condolences, not even condolences, just heartfelt concern about what they had seen, because we had never really seen that, not recently anyway. I don't think anybody has seen that on the football field. I think one person did die as a result, but I don't think it happened on the field like that. You know what I'm saying? And so we've seen some people catch some backlash. And as I said earlier, Skip Bayless of Undisputed received some backlash. And so let's read what he said. Because he definitely had a lot to say. And let's see. Of course, I didn't have it ready. There we go. All right, so his first tweet said this: "No doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game. But how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant." Now, when y'all first heard that, how did y'all feel about his initial tweet?
I feel like Skip embodies white privilege, and Skip don't care shit about nothing unless
It revolves around him.
it involves around him, Tom Brady, or the Cowboys.
You gotta throw Tom Brady in
Don't
there.
they
Boy,
involve-
Tom Brady can murder 5 people. He's gonna be like,
Man,
he wasn't there.
He wasn't.
It was like-
they caught him on camera.
They caught him on camera. He
4K.
wasn't there.
He was not. That was not him. You could tell that could be somebody else.
Right.
Like, just look at this angle that they
He's got
had.
a Tom Brady mask on.
Right, that's got the Tom Brady mask on. That's
Exactly.
it. That's exactly what that is.
So
I mean-
I just go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm not surprised. He's all about business. I
Mm.
mean, when's the last time you ever seen him care about somebody outside of business? So, unless it's him.
You don't care about Shannon Sharp. That shit.
Don't care
Yeah.
about Shannon Sharp. I mean,
No, he don't. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
even,
don't care about it.
and even just to caveat on what you said, he don't even care about the Cowboys, because let them lose, oh, he throwing a jersey.
Oh.
I mean, he'd be the next day not claiming this. Real Cowboy fans don't claim him. They don't claim him. They don't want to associate with him. And what he said was not surprising. What he said. I mean, Skip is Skip, and he's always gonna be who he is. And,
Mhm.
so it's just.
Well, after he caught flack for.
Oh yeah, he caught flag.
He
It
did.
was on.
He did issue another tweet. Some might say an apology. He says, "Nothing is more important than that young man's health. That was the point of my last tweet. I'm sorry if that was misunderstood, but his health is all that matters. Again, everything else is irrelevant. I prayed for him and will continue to."
He could have used his name. Simo Degree said, "Hey y'all, J. Kirk Jim Dog joined us, and P. Wulana.
Appreciate y'all for joining us. Appreciate it. Now he sees how it feels after he talks about me in the comments.
I'm still gonna talk about that.
Well, Skip Bayless shouldn't start off with that.
He should have led with that.
Yeah.
But, right.
He did on Tuesday, which is the only reason why I watched it.
Right.
He did come
By himself,
by
with
himself,
no Shannon Sharp.
with an apology,
Uh-huh.
and then
That was only
Just
because
some
it
bullshit.
was on his
Yeah,
ass.
yes,
you're right.
The whole night.
Exactly.
yes, it was some bullshit.
Somebody he couldn't sleep and all.
It was-
Right.
it
You
was some-
was on the cell phone.
Right.
Cussing you out.
It was some bullshit, and then the very next day, when Shannon tried to come on and give his thoughts of why he didn't come on the previous day,
Which he
Skip-
wasn't going to touch. He was like, "I'm not going to get into it about why I didn't show up yesterday." He was like, "I just know Skip, shouldn't have said it. And he probably, he should take it down."
Should take it down, and then
Yeah.
Skip, white privilege, like, I'm not taking it down. Right?
But he saw that as an opening to bring it up.
Yes.
Now, if Shannon would have never said nothing about it,
Yeah.
he wouldn't have gave Skip an opening. That's what Shannon did. And I
But
don't
that's
think
the
people
white
realize.
privilege.
I understand,
Yeah,
but that's
but
white
Shannon-
privilege. He's trying to find an opening.
Yes.
I know he's gonna bring it up.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
you did. Now I
Yes.
can talk about
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
If Shannon would have never said nothing about that and kept it with his monologue,
Yeah.
there's nothing Skip could
But
But that's part of his monologue, I feel like.
That's two. And I'm not expecting Skip to take it down. Skip has religiously said
Oh, no.
I've been watching Skip Bayless for a long time.
He'll never take
He
one
is
down.
not taking nothing down.
Never.
That is his stance, that is who he is, that's what he believes in. If he put it out,
He's not
it is-
taking
Well, at least
not
he's
taking
standing
it.
with it. He might-
Yeah,
He
he's
gonna
standing
stand
with
on
it.
it. He
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
stand
if
on
he
it.
did,
He
he
made
made
sure to cut off Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
I'm not taking
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Now I was watching. If I can ask
No,
a
go ahead.
question. Now I was watching another podcast, and one of the podcast members said, "What if this is staged? There's hope because the ratings might be going low, and
What?
of
Talking about Skip and Shannon?
Skip and Shannon's whole thing between them two."
I don't know about stage, but I feel like Shannon. Shannon and Skip. I feel like Skip picks people that he knows he can get under their skin, and he loves that dynamic and in them. You know what I mean? Because Shannon does go off on him. Shannon's a better person than me because I probably would have been across the table a few times, like just the way he talks to him and like.
See, I would tend to lean towards that theory if the prior situation didn't happen where Skip was questioning basically the validity of Shannon Sharp's career versus a Tom Brady. And it's like,
I'm in the fucking mouth.
yeah, it was like, so for those, I know I got some ladies in the chat that aren't really sports fans, and listen, it's a struggle for me sometimes, so you're not by yourself, okay? But Shannon Sharp is a host of Undisputed, or a co-host of Undisputed along with Skip Bayless. They have a show where they basically debate different things about sports, right? Shannon Sharp is actually in the Hall of Fame for the NFL for his football career. Tom Brady is known as the best to ever be in football, and some may say in all of sports, as a quarterback, okay? Who will clearly make it to the Hall of Fame, first round, first ballot, okay?
First ballot, all right.
So, just to give some context in that. So, I also want to give context for those that may be missing why Skip may have said what he said as far as the importance of the game. So, for the context of it, a win for the Bills would keep them on track for a 1 seed and would give them home field advantage throughout the playoffs. And if they lost, that would mean that they would need 2 road wins in order to make it to the Super Bowl during the playoffs. Is that correct?
Yes.
sound about right? Okay, I did my homework. It's not because I
Yes,
know.
it-
All right.
Shout out to _the_God for joining us. Shout out.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you. So here's the thing. 2 days later, I don't know if y'all believe in that man named Jesus, but this dude DeMar is out talking, tweeting, videos, and everything else. So he did make a statement, and this was a statement on his Twitter or on his IG rather. He said, "When you put real love out into the world, it comes back to you 3 times as much. The love has been overwhelming, but I'm thankful for every single person that prayed for me and reached out. We brought the world back together behind this. If you know me, you know this only gonna make me stronger. On a long road, keep praying for me. #3strong. So he's clearly improving health-wise. I don't know if they got to the bottom of, why, it may have happened, or if there were other conditions that may have existed that he didn't even know about. So I think that's still a process, but at least he's still here with us. He's active, he's moving. Any last thoughts on this?
He emphasized the number 3 on that text, and because he wears the number 3, and also the Bills on the very first play of the game today returned a kickoff return for a touchdown, and he also had another kickoff return for a touchdown in the game. And Josh Allen said after the game it had been 3 years and 3 months since they had a kickoff return for a touchdown in the game. So
Wow.
whatever you believe in, if you believe,
Listen.
that it all
Listen, it all works.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So we ain't gonna stay on the sports too long because the ladies be getting on me in my DMs about it. But we had to talk about it because that was something very important.
That was national news.
National news. So we're gonna get into these relationships. Is that all right? Okay, we get into the relationship talk, ladies. Get comfortable. We ain't come here for DeMar Hamlin. We glad he okay, but we ain't come here to talk about that. So listen. So for context, I'm all about context. We have 2 married men on the couch, and we have 2, let me clarify.
Go ahead and get in trouble.
Watch yourself. Get beside yourself. All right. 2 married men. We have one that is in a relationship, and then one that is single. Is that correct, fellas?
Yeah, you in a relationship.
On my
I'm
end.
single.
Yeah. So for context, we have a young man that's been married 16 years. Let me say that again, 16 years. Go ahead and clap that up. Go ahead and clap that
No,
up.
well,
You know what I'm saying? Clap that up. Black love.
we gonna
Black
add
love.
them extra years in there. It's been 6, but
I said,
Yes.
why did I say 16?
we've been together for that long, so I've been married the day I saw it.
6. We'll go with it. And then we have 5.
5.
5 years.
About to be 5. Yeah.
About to be 5. All right. So we have a wealth of information here. You know what I'm saying? I'm all here for it. So,
J. Curry, Jim Dawg said thank you, crying, laughing.
okay, she the main one. She's the main one to be like, look, you talking about sports and be going over my head. She did support Just Listen. If y'all didn't go check it out, she was like, it went over my head. I didn't get it.
Appreciate you. Shout out to Miss Mika for joining us.
Appreciate you for joining us, Ms.
Coming
Mika.
in there, motherfucker. Okay.
Come on now. All right, so let's talk about this. A dude proposes to his girlfriend after being with her for 10 years, and this is how it played out. So y'all may have seen this on social media. It was a big thing for a while. But since we have some married folk in the building, I thought this would be an interesting topic. All right, so I'm going to just read the notes, and then let's talk about it. So social media commentators had a lot to say when a video went viral across the net showing a man proposing to his longtime girlfriend of 10 years while she was driving them in the car. The woman then goes on to refuse to accept the man's proposal, as she pointed out that there was no thought behind the proposal. No dinner, no setup, no flowers, the woman said. The longtime boyfriend seemingly did not understand the woman's noticeable frustration with the proposal. He points out that she did say that she wanted to be married 5 years prior, but after 10 years, he knows for sure now that she is the person that he wants to spend the rest of his life with. By the time the couple makes it home, the woman goes on to pack her bags and seemingly leaves the man, basically making the point that she deserves better. So, I'm going to start with my married people first. Senior over here, what are your thoughts?
Hey, that sounds like almost my story a little bit, bro.
Oh, let's talk about it.
I proposed in the car. But I mean, it ain't like I did like he did. I tried to, you know what I'm saying, have a nice breakfast, take her out to a nice fancy restaurant I never heard of, and nigga got cold feet, whatever the term is.
Oh, so you did go to the restaurant?
To the restaurant, and I had it in there, and I was like, am I doing this right? I wasn't scared, I just did not properly do it. I didn't know, she doesn't want the whole, everybody to know, she wanted no type of. So I was like, am I doing this right? Then, driving home, we in an apartment parking lot, I was like, you want to marry me?
Wait, I didn't even know that this was a thing. Okay. This is a perfect conversation. This is perfect. So what was her response?
I mean, she was ecstatic. She was happy. She was.
Okay.
She was, but we've been together, almost, 10 years. Damn, it could have been. I don't know. We've been together that long. I don't know. She had to be to tell that. But she was happy. Total reverse of how she felt.
Right, because she clearly felt slighted.
Yeah.
She felt slighted after 10 years, especially when, I guess at the 5-year mark, it was like, okay, I'm ready to get married. And he's like, I need 5 more. So what's your initial thought? And then we'll go into it.
So it took proposal for you to leave on?
I'm with
And then you stayed 5 more years. So I mean, why you leaving now?
Like you got the ring now.
You leaving now? Like that was a strong hit. I mean, come on now. You just told him, man. Like at the 5 years, like I'm ready to get married, and if she meant well and stuck to her gun, she would have left then. But she stayed 5 more years.
Yeah.
So she was down for whatever. But he never proposed, and she would have been there 5 more years to me.
She felt more disrespected than anything.
Then okay, she wanna, I understand. Hey, if he knows his woman, he should have came better than that. But at the same time, she know how he is. So did she expect more?
What are your thoughts?
Rihanna said, "Nah, son." With the crying like,
Nah, son, what? Nah, son, did she say? Is it me?
Right. It's a car. You talking about car? You talking about the man?
Obviously, mine worked.
My thing is, she is innocent. She stayed 5 more years.
Yeah, I feel both of y'all. I feel you because you're like, I know my wife. I did, or your girlfriend at the time. You did know that she didn't want the big proposal, everybody clapping and all of that. So I feel you on that to doing it in the car. I think you should have said, "Will you marry me?" But
No,
it worked for you.
It worked.
She might know how to get down. I tried.
And it worked for you. This dude, I feel like he should have known this girl better. She already told you at 5 years that she wanted to be married then, and then 5 more years you come back with in the car. I mean, you should have known. I feel like he should have known better than that. Precious said, right, she should have left him after the 5-year mark if she felt that strong about it at that time.
Exactly. So now why are you getting your bag together? He didn't get in the Cracker Jack box.
Right. And the ring actually looked nice from what I could see. But I'll say this, and I think it goes for men and women. Relationship or not, any type of relationship, platonic, intimate, whatever the case is, people only treat you how you allow them to treat you.
Facts.
Right? So if you set the standard of allowing this man to be in a relationship with you for 5 years, then that's what you've accepted. is it his fault that you accepted that? If he's showing you this is who he is, or this is where he is in life, because some people, that's where they are in life. You know what I'm saying? So if he's showing you that's where he is, and you accept it, how can you be mad? You have to set that standard. But I'll say beyond this or beyond that, yeah, you should have known your woman a little better. And I'll even say for me, as I've never been married, but I have, been engaged, and it was like, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know that there were women who don't want the attention.
Yeah, some don't want
I didn't know that. So, like, when I was planning, it was like, I got told by the girl's sister, like, yeah, that ain't what she wanted. So I had to rearrange, you know what I'm saying, what I had going on. So either way, I didn't know that was a thing. So it's very important to know your woman.
I have a question.
Hold on. J. Kirby Jim Dawg said, I would have loved some extra thought put into it, but I think something else was the reason she left. After 10 years and no proposal, she probably had mentally checked out. I can agree with that. Precious said you were on target. I believe she was talking about you. And Miss Mika Fo also said exactly at the same time you was talking.
Yeah.
I have a question. Now, when it comes down to the wedding, we all know it's centered around the bride. That is really...
No, for most people. I've seen the very opposite before, where it was centered around the man.
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Not putting it past it being 2023. But
Yeah, it was definitely.
Not putting it past it. But it's the main attraction is the bride, right?
That's supposed to be.
It's you the guest star. It's about y'all. It's just it's her. She's planning this.
She's the main character,
Yes.
and you
Yes.
are just a bystander in the movie.
So,
Extra. Yeah, you're the extra.
So, is it wrong that the proposal is all about you being the man? Since this is your
time to shine?
This is your moment. This is the very last time.
It's about you.
You know what I'm saying? This is you done bought the ring because this is what you want on her hand. She didn't go pick it out. She might have went around with you and said, but you said, I want to buy this.
Right.
Put on her hand.
And you paid for it.
And you paid for it.
It's supposed to be a symbol of your love.
Right. You setting the stage up. You being the most vulnerable state of how you are.
Man.
So you set the stage
Man.
up on, what I'm saying? Shouldn't it?
So
at this, I'm just thinking about it. Looking from the male's perspective, you think because he has to set it up. He gotta, get who he gotta get there, and or wherever destination you go.
I agree with you. Here's the thing. I agree 100% with you, right? In the scenario I gave, where it was like, okay, I have to rearrange. So I went and talked to an elder statesman, if you will, and I was like, I talked to him and his wife. And I was telling them, like, okay, I was told that's not what she wants. And the wife was like, yeah, I told this, I almost looked up, I told this person, yeah, you need to re-propose to me. Because I told you where I wanted you to propose at, and that's not where you did it. So he had to re-propose, is what I'm saying, at the actual location that she wanted, photographer and all.
Sound good.
It's gonna be enough.
But and that's my thing. Because if she wants to say yes, what are you gonna do? Say no because you didn't have the flowers here?
In the case of these people, and I'm trying to watch my words, yeah, she was like, no, we're gonna have to do that again.
That's fine.
I'm not. It's like I know it ain't how you want it, but you're ruining it. I thought we were supposed to be married.
Yeah, that's their relationship. I applaud them that they.
If he went ahead and redid it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good for him.
That'd be more power to it.
Right.
Not me. I'm proposing one time only.
I feel you.
Because I don't feel like personally I'm gonna fuck it up, or it's gonna be.
Oh, I knew I was fucking it up.
It's a lot of pressure though.
No, I feel
it's a lot of pressure.
But me, if I'm there and I'm about to propose to somebody,
Man, I hope I don't have grade when he does.
Lord,
Man.
it's gonna be right.
Oh,
I would just say like that moment, it was like, man, it's like when you get on that knee, it's like your life, your whole entire life.
Man, stop for them.
It flashes from everything you done done. Everything you've done as a single man, it goes like you go into Speed Force.
And don't even think about like everything it took to get there as far as the setup.
Yes, it's like everything slows down in that moment.
Yeah. So let me ask this question for the married two, and you know, for a person that could be looking. I don't want to tell your business. But how do you know when you found the one? I always have this conversation with women, but now that we actually have men, you know, who are living with the one, tell us how you know you found the one.
Why y'all just...
I would say this. It's a couple things all in one. You're never going to find a perfect, she's just going to be the perfect, does everything right, always, never going to make you mad, this everything. But you have to find the perfect person for you. Now, you have to look at yourself as a man and be like, can she deal with all of my baggage? That's the main part. Can she deal with everything I do, even all the BS I do, all the way I talk to her, how I treat her? Can she deal with that? If she can deal with that, and I can see myself be like, I can be with her, even with her flaws.
I was about to say, don't you got to be able to deal with everything she got going on?
But see, us men, as women say, we're super sensitive. We're about our feelings at this point.
Mm-hmm.
We're being grown and be like, yo, we trying to guard our feelings and be strong and all that. We gotta understand, be like, yo, can she deal with who I am? Because you already know if you can deal with her, because you still with her. You thinking about
and you're thinking about proposal.
And you're thinking about it. Mm-hmm. So you already know, like, yeah, she has potential. And like, once she didn't check all the boxes, because if you keep trying to find somebody better, you know what I'm saying, then you just keep searching. You know what I'm saying? Until, maybe you do, maybe you don't. But, sometimes you have to cut your losses. And I'm not necessarily saying settling, but the pros got to outweigh the cons.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? You can be with her without a shadow of a doubt. You got her back. You trusted her. You going to be there for whatever. Whenever she's sick, if she got something going on positive, you going to stand by her, support her. And if she going to do the same thing for you,
I'm not going behind that.
Now, if your wife watches this, she gonna want you to go behind her.
But that's perfect. I think that what he said was perfect. What a deal with a man is like, damn, can I handle you? Can you handle me? I don't think no other woman can handle what I'm going through
and what you bring.
So I think she's the perfect person. I know this gonna sound cliche, but I knew as soon as I saw her, I was like, oh, it's you, and I'm gonna fight for you. Like,
oh wow.
Oh yeah. Oh, I definitely.
So it was, you believe in love at first sight?
Yeah, I do.
Do you believe in love at first sight, or do you feel like you have to grow into the love?
I have to grow.
Yeah.
Never had.
Pressure said what he said 100.
Yeah, I can't go behind that.
So I don't know if you've ever found the quote unquote one, because some people have found the one and they slipped away. So I don't know. But how do you think you would know if you found the one?
For me, somebody I don't want to not be around all the time. And for me to want to be around somebody all the time is a lot. Because if you know me, I like being around people, but it's time to go. I like being
it's
around.
It's been real, but it's getting kind of late. But it's getting kind of late.
But if she gonna be the one, she gonna be there though.
That's what he said.
That's what I'm saying. Like if I can be around somebody all of the time, that's how I would know. Like that's one of the ways I would know. That's probably the biggest thing, because sometimes just peer presence is like annoying to me, and it doesn't have anything to do with the person
Yeah,
or
in
the girl,
particular, yeah.
like anything. It's
You just like your space.
I just want to be by myself a lot. So if I can always want to be around somebody, that's one of them.
I feel that. One of the biggest things that I learned.
Hold on. Let me. This is a special.
I see.
This is a special
Go
announcement.
Go ahead. Special announcement. Go ahead. I looked down. I said, "Oh,
This is a special
oh,
announcement.
Go ahead.
Shout out to our big brother, Kevin, in the building,
Man.
watching.
My brother.
We appreciate you.
My brother. All right. He learned how to work his phone. Don't leave me. Don't leave me.
He said, "Yeah, I'm in this bitch."
You got one too, man. Hear me? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He ain't got one. What you talking about? Just let y'all have your moment. Right. Reverse, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Big
That's funny.
brother-in-law said, "Oh shit."
Oh man. All right. So going back to what I was saying. So one of the biggest things that I learned is that when you find a person that you're even contemplating thinking about spending the rest of your life with, you have to be willing to accept them for who they are right there, without the idea that they're going to grow beyond who they are at that time. Because if they never change, and that's the person you're going to be stuck with, can you deal with that person? Can you love that person if they never change beyond who they are right then? And I think that is when I'll be able to say I found the one. Me personally. What you think about that? I see it looks like you thinking over there, Carr. What you think?
No, I mean, everybody's making valid points. So
Yeah.
it's just, I mean, I'm all about, if I'm with you, I'm with you. And I'll do everything in my power to keep you. But if you decide to leave, shit, it might be some fire in the city. I'm not gonna take it too well. 'Cause once I'm glued to you, they ain't gonna leave, and I don't know what's gonna happen or whatever. But the person that I'm married to and who I'm with is gonna take a lot to get away.
It's funny you say that because literally, like before we recorded, I went to IG and Tyrese, the singer, posted on his page, and it showed a man with a kerosene container, and he's throwing stuff from the kerosene container onto a house. And he was like, "You in there with that dude? You in there with that dude? That's what you want to do." And he's busy just throwing stuff from the container, right? He said, "There ain't even no kerosene in here. This is tap water. Come out, man. Come out. Why you gonna do that to me? You know you broke my heart." So it just shows, like, when you really get a dude that's really about you and he really lets you in, it becomes an emotional thing. I know a lot of women. I think a lot of women think that men don't have feelings or don't know how to express those feelings. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that we have them but don't know how to express them. But when you really are able to get beyond, the guard of a man's heart and really tap into that, he's locked in. And so I feel what you're saying.
I'll say this to add to that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't talk about this too when it comes to trying to get married. A lot of men and women, and I'll just speak on the men behalf, but women can take this too. A lot of people need to take part of healing themselves.
My God.
There's a lot of people
Say that again.
healing themselves. Because there's a lot of issues that they deal with eternally when it comes to trust issues, abandonment, self-inflicting, you know what I'm saying? They need to learn how to heal first before they can try to love somebody else and not expect trying to have the other person heal them.
Because you start projecting,
Exactly.
and now you're hurt, so now you hurting me.
Because look, I see way too many guys on Instagram posting about stuff that chicks do, this, that, and the other, and what it tells me is, and especially when it's about the same stuff, they haven't healed in that area. And if they want to get better and find a mate or try to move past that, they got to find some type of healing. You ain't did all that. You ain't ready to get married or be with anybody else because all you're gonna do is hurt yourself and them.
All right, got 5.0 Thanos, which is our good brother, said, I'm like Carr, I don't speak.
Carr been speaking, but okay.
Right, Mr. All right, Mr. Ep.4 said, woo, that's a profound statement, talking about yours. J. Kirby Jim Dog laughed about the kerosene. Shout out to Lou Jose _is.
Now he sees how it is.
And I'm still
I mean, he be talking about me.
And
Go
I'm
ahead.
still am.
Okay, go ahead.
Shout out for joining us. You want to try it? Go ahead.
No.
Oh, okay. J. Kirby Jim Dog said, healing themselves, that part. Brianna agreed, said yes.
All right, so we're going to turn the corner. Is that all right? As we're talking about married couples, let's talk about this married couple who received a shocking revelation. And we're just going to, see how you feel. How would you move in such a scenario? Y'all let us know in these comments. Get ready because it's very interesting. A recent viral TikTok has spectators scratching their heads in disbelief as a black married couple begins to reveal their shocking discovery after 10 years of marriage. The man goes on to say that he met his wife in 2008. They dated for 3 years. Let me say that again. They dated for 3 years, got married, and had their first child in 2011, and then had their second child in 2015. After years of marital bliss, they have recently found out that they are, in fact, biologically brother and sister.
So they wasn't raised together.
They were not raised together.
We too deep in the game. Let's keep going.
Let us know in the comments your thoughts and how you would proceed.
Fuck it. We here now, bro.
Ain't no.
What say now? You?
That bloodline thick.
Boy! That's Game of Thrones.
5.0 Theta said some men need therapy because they don't know how to.
Yes.
I believe he's talking about healing themselves.
Yes.
Lou said you can just call me Lou. Shout out Lou.
Appreciate you, Lou.
Shout out to Lou. Appreciate you for joining us. So what do you think? 10 years. 10 years in.
Ain't nothing to think about. Keep it moving.
But so how do you explain that to your kids?
We don't.
No, you got to.
No,
you
you
got to.
you got to.
No, you gonna have to
Hey,
eventually.
hey,
What?
As a married couple, that is y'all business. Y'all keep it in house. If that's what you feel like you need to do, you need to tell
But your family knows, so
Huh?
you know,
Yes.
people got messy aunties.
Hold on,
You know the
my
aunties.
family know?
Yeah.
How they know if I just found out? Through all
How
that.
did they find out? Like, how did they?
So now I'm in some
They got-
sick experiment?
They got two different daddies. They got two different
I mean,
moms.
stuff.
First of all, we moving. We gonna move.
Where you moving?
Utah.
Oh, you moved. Okay, so you moved it away.
Yeah, we moving somewhere. We don't know nobody.
Okay.
And we're just gonna say, hey.
Because I mean, family secrets exist now. I mean, I don't know. I know my family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So family secrets do exist.
It's gonna
So
happen.
somebody always gonna know something.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So all it takes is for one person to say one thing, then that person to say it to another. Now it gets back to your kids, and now it's like, what? You know what I'm saying?
The last thing you want is that to get back to your
Man,
kids. and
without
not hear-
you.
not hear from you.
Exactly.
Prove it.
I don't have a problem with
No.
that.
Now we got a blood test.
They can prove it, Carr.
They can't prove without me. I ain't getting no blood. You ain't gonna get no blood. You ain't gonna know. I don't know them niggas. No. Deny.
Lou said take that to the grave.
Not take it to the grave.
Appreciate you, Lou.
5.0 Thanos said, how y'all that deep in for 10 years and not know. Lou then went on to say,
I need more information.
If ain't nothing wrong with the kids, we straight.
I mean, they went for 2, so.
Right.
Lou went on to say, get mental health to cope with the new information. This happens more than people think. I can agree with that.
Especially cousins.
Brianna
Yeah.
said, keep them kids in, moving on. Don't. Hold on, I gotta read it and come back on. keep them kids. I'm moving on. Don't your kids come out with disabilities with that situation? Not all the time.
Not all the time.
They got lucky twice.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
See, that becomes blessed because
Yeah.
2 times. The first time is luck. The second time, Jesus had to step in.
Y'all don't know.
Y'all don't know that. Let's press the button. Y'all don't know that.
Third one, I can't do nothing.
Third one now.
You don't know y'all related. Man.
Yeah, so I would say for me, like,
Oh no, here he go. I can't stand your ass already, dog. I can't. Dog, no, ain't no way.
I feel like I'd be too embarrassed. I do. I don't know, like, if I would, like, completely, like, divorce and all that, but I would be extremely embarrassed. Like,
Just, I mean,
the fact that you
to himself, probably like,
To-
damn,
yeah.
I had been having sex with my sibling.
I just can't imagine it. Like, I just
After 10 years,
10
I'm like, I can't.
I mean, like, hit you
just
like
like
for a
that.
quick second, like, well, you know.
that's what
I mean, this
I'm
what
about
I'm saying.
that quick.
Wow.
He said I'm about that quick.
I'm like,
It ain't gonna stay.
All right, well, shit.
You just gonna go limp every time you see your wife now?
I'm telling you, moving is your best bet.
You ain't got no. You don't have that relationship with her, so I mean, you can't.
So let me. Well, go ahead. What?
I was just gonna read the
Go
comment.
ahead.
The question said, "Healing is everything." Met my first love at 18, married at 23 years old, together 9 years, 2 kids, later divorced. Healing is definitely important. you was all on the bandwagon.
He was on the bandwagon.
J. Curry Jim Dog said, "I don't know. After having knowledge of it, I couldn't proceed."
I agree. I don't think I could.
5.0 thing said, "Healing is everything."
All right. So what are your thoughts? Like, how would you move in that scenario?
It's gonna be a no for me. I can't.
After 10 years, you banging and doing all the nasty.
Now you don't like the
Now you don't like it.
motherfucker.
You thought you were fine.
Are the
You-
kids
you
going to
done
be
did?
different in your eyes? Are the kids going to look any different to you?
Everything gonna be different to me. I'm gonna still love the kids. Like the kids you gonna have to be a parent.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be a parent.
There's nothing
but-
you can't not be a parent, but we can't. That's the day we found out. We definitely not fucking.
I don't think I could.
I couldn't.
You know what
I
couldn't.
Here's the thing. My god sister is J. Curry Jim Dog in here, right? She is from. I'm gonna mess it up. Tell the people where your lineage is from. The islands.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all he had to say.
Yeah. So she does carnival every year, multiple times a year. It's a big thing for her family, for the culture, all of that. I go sometimes because I have friends beyond her that are a part of the culture as well, right? When I go, she jokingly does it because she knows it irks me. She tries to dance on me. Her sister tries to dance on me. I don't like that. I feel like that's incest. Like, that bothers me. So I'm like, no, get away from me. Like, stop. So if I'm like that with her, where there's no blood, but you're my god sister, I couldn't imagine.
Yeah,
I'm here. I can understand that because you have that type of relationship with her.
Yeah.
You have that type of relationship, but it's just a bombshell that you've never had the sibling
Say you
relationship.
didn't know it and you've been going to carnival every year. You get twerked on
Right.
the same girl the whole time. Next thing you know, hey man, that's your cousin. What? Hey man.
What, you gonna go twerk on her again?
Man, it's been 10 years.
Or you
Been
gonna twerk on her?
10 years.
She coming back to twerk on you and you
He
know?
didn't marry her though. He had kids.
No.
Might as well, man. Keep doing the dirt, dog. God, Jesus understand, but hey,
No,
man.
no.
Miss Mika 404 said, "I can't fathom continuing the relationship. My head and heart would disconnect. My whole family would need therapy." I agree. J. Curry Jim Dog said Bahamas, and then she laughed at the story.
Okay.
Okay, when she said my head and heart would disconnect, that kind of hurt a little.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it ain't me though, but when she said that, I was like,
I
She
just,
just said it better than
yeah,
you.
she said it better than us, but
I agree with the therapy. Yeah, y'all don't need therapy.
Oh, you gonna need therapy.
You don't need therapy.
The whole family.
But this is explaining to do.
Cause how would you explain that to your kids?
my kids, no, my family getting this work, man. Where my daddy, where my mama, where your daddy, where your mama. Like, yeah, because
Yeah,
I got married.
they're not
y'all
gonna
alone.
explain it.
Like,
Yeah.
it happened alone, unless somebody lying.
You never met your
Y'all
wife.
want to tell me?
You ain't gonna
I done brought her around. Y'all
Yeah.
gonna tell
Like,
me?
yo, your
Well,
mom and
let
dad,
me say this.
they could be deceased.
is 4 months older than me. So.
Your dad and your mom still know who they are?
Right, but I'm saying there could be other situations where Papa might have been a Rolling Stone. You know what I'm saying?
And like he
is
in another state.
Yeah.
I guess.
So and you may not come in contact until
I guess, but that's
why you should go to family reunions every year.
Man, do they even do those anymore?
Yeah,
they still do. Okay.
5.0 Thunder said it's Carnival there. It's at Carnival. I believe he meant there's absolutely no standing solo. You better start daggering.
Okay.
Okay. Precious said, I feel we were too young and I loved him, but bottom line, he wasn't in position to handle our dynamics.
She's talking about the healing aspect.
Lou said, those two people met as strangers, blood connects them, but the social, emotional bond was romantic. Shout out to my future sister, Tanya, for joining us.
Shout out to Tanya. Shout out to Tanya.
Precious said right on the family reunions. You know what I'm saying? You see me, right?
What you say? What he say?
Put that in existence.
Oh boy. Okay. So
Harley _ Queen 35. Thank you for joining us.
appreciate you for joining us. All right, so we're gonna turn the corner. This is gonna be the last, cause we reached our hour, but this is our first time back. I was on hiatus, for a few weeks. I had a birthday. I didn't say this on the other episodes, but I went through some health issues and things like that. So look, I'm looking forward to 2023 being a lot better. Okay, so as we want to continue on to better, we're gonna go a little over our hour to just enjoy this first episode of 2023. Is that all right?
Yes, I'm ready to comments before we get
Go ahead.
Precious said yes at Tanya. I'm in agreement. Tanya said hello, future brother-in-law.
Shout out to Tanya. Check the glass. Shout out to Tanya.
Hey man, got that nigga drinking out of real glass.
We're gonna get enough for everybody next time.
No, I don't need one. I don't need one. That's you. Right?
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
She got a king of glass.
Come on now.
You hear me?
Come on now.
You hear me?
You better top that talk, boy.
And it's double-sided? It's double-sided. That's extra. Oh, it's all-sided.
All sides.
Oh, Lord.
She said, "Stop it," I say.
Can I get 2 scoops in the comment?
Moving on. So, as we talk about marriage, we got to talk about the bedroom. All right? So let's talk about it. So during a recent podcast, international model and podcaster Justin J.D. Davis revealed some non-negotiables as it relates to him and his wife's sex life. J.D. revealed that he is extremely uncomfortable with releasing, if you will, on his wife's face, even after she said that she is willing to partake in the act. He goes on to say that he had no issues performing this act with his past partners because he didn't have any type of significant connection with them. But now that he is married, he doesn't want to degrade his wife in that way. JD then reveals that he believes that he wouldn't be able to look at his wife the same if he actually went through with the act. So let us know in the comments what you think about that. But my question is this. All right. Are there certain sexual acts that you are willing to do, or that you were, let me say that you were willing to do previous to marriage, and now that you're married, you're unwilling to do?
Shit. Okay.
Got a little quiet. You had to think about that.
I gotta be careful.
I understand.
I wouldn't have a threesome with my wife. I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Which we talked about that.
I would. Everything else
everything, it's the goal. I think you just gotta understand who you with, though. Yeah.
Okay.
Not really.
So.
I ain't married, so I'm gonna just read the comments.
What?
I was just gonna say.
Well, hey, I'm gonna form the question.
Precious said,
Mm-hmm.
that's a lot to let people know these people wild. Brianna said, closed mouth, good night. Lou said, it's just sexual preference. Everyone is different.
Mm-hmm.
Lou also said, I'm not married, but nothing is off limits when whatever we enjoy.
Whatever we enjoy. Okay. So, well, let me say it like this. We're gonna do hypotheticals. Okay. I think that is a little more easier for the room. All right. So, but before we even go to the hypotheticals, you said you wouldn't do a threesome. Why would you not open the door for a threesome as a married man in a committed relationship?
Because if you're bringing a stranger in the bedroom when I'm married to somebody,
It's gonna be sacred.
and that's where I'm going with. I'm not interested in bringing anybody or even stepping out. If I'm not willing to step out, I'm not willing to bring nobody in.
That's fair.
So, I'm not watching my wife do nothing with nobody.
Male or female.
Male or female.
Mm.
So, no to the threesome, yes to everything.
Fair.
No.
Yeah, that was a
Yes. Red light special. Pony. Oh,
As you should. As you should. So let me ask this, TJ. Are there certain things that you're willing to do with a person, a woman that maybe you have no type of connection with, as opposed to, like, if you were in a committed relationship, like, would you kind of alter how you interact with that person?
I think we touched on this before, but
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same as Carr, but minus the red light thing. I'm good on that.
oh, is that a thing?
The
Red light, that's a thing. I was saying for the song. I ain't
Oh,
know.
okay, cool. Then never mind.
Look it up.
But two different pages.
Woo! Split the page.
That's a thing.
Because I heard him say it, and I knew what was in my head, but I was like, I don't think that's what he meant.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, but that was in my head.
Yeah.
Urban Dictionary.
Yeah. But yeah, no to threesomes. No to threesomes. No. Some pressure said the stranger may go harder than you. Be careful, open Pandora's box. Everybody's not built for that. Correct. She laughed at the red light thing.
Damn, I'm slow. I don't know about that.
So normally the red light means you would have intercourse while the woman is on her menstrual cycle.
And if you of this,
Oh, okay. He doesn't even say that.
and if you of this complexion, that means you would eat him on the.
Oh, red light special.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it.
Say,
I said what I said. I said what I said.
Brianna said, "What's the red light special?" We just explained
did
it.
that.
J. Curry Jim Dawg said, "Absolutely no to inviting someone else, but we can talk about everything else."
Yeah, so I'm of the same idea. I mean, for the most part, I'm going to be open. I have my non-negotiables. So as long as we don't touch my one or two non-negotiables beyond that, which we talked about on the show before, other than that, I'm with it. I want all the smoke. You know what I'm saying? So more than likely, I'm tempering myself to what works best for her. 9 times out of 10. You know what I'm saying? As long as we ain't on my non-negotiables.
Pineapple.
Yeah, pineapple. So I feel y'all on that. So when it comes to would your perception of your significant other change based on their expressed sexual desires? So let's say, hypothetically, remove married couples, just hypothetically, if your significant other said, I want a threesome, but I want it with another man. No, I get that it's going to be no, guys.
Okay.
I listen to the question. I get it's going. Well, let me say it.
Go ahead.
We judgment. Okay, y'all said
I'm
no.
saying
No judgment over here. But go ahead.
Not married.
Not married.
Oh, she bring that to me. Just know that it's over.
The relationship's over.
Yeah, relationship is over.
Okay. So, but
Marriage is all out, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's done after that. You gonna get this work.
But the question is this: would you look at her differently
Yes.
based on her sexual desire?
Man, she want a threesome with another dude. It's over.
But a threesome means you gotta interact with the dude.
No, it don't.
Okay.
A threesome does. A train.
So we have these conversations. So let's change the wording to adjust to our belief. Okay. So
Yeah, because I'm in
y'all
y'all
missed it.
realm. I'm in y'all realm.
Y'all missed it. Okay. So we believe, and I'm sure y'all will let us know in the comments. We believe that there's a difference between a threesome and a train.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So a threesome would imply, let's just use 2 men and a woman. A threesome implies that everyone is having sex with everyone, meaning the men are interacting sexually and they're also interacting with the woman who's interacting with both of them. A train would imply, yeah. For those that don't, I know that. I didn't have to look in the Urban Dictionary for that. A train would imply that there is no sexual connection, interaction between the 2 men. They are solely interacting with the woman.
Oh, she want a train wreck.
Okay, so but that's just an example. But my question is, would you look at your significant other differently based on what she says her sexual desire or fantasy is? Y'all would. So tell me why.
it just all depends on what she's asking.
That.
But maybe it's not an ask. Maybe it's saying this is my fantasy.
Fantasy? I can't fulfill all fantasies.
Can't do the ludicrous.
Yeah, I can't get it.
Take it out.
You can't fulfill that fantasy.
Can't fulfill some fantasies if it involves another male counterpart.
Y'all work with us for a second. Just lift that light up and then pull that. It should reach. You get what I'm saying? There you go.
It's on 5. I just don't.
Yeah.
Apple products are docked to 5.
Little data real quick.
Yeah, I'm not fulfilling some of the fantasies if it involves another male counterpart.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to get a train ran on, that's no problem. Just know that this relationship is over. Because you're going to get to work.
So you gonna carry it out.
Yeah, I'm
You
carrying
gonna
it.
carry
If
it out.
this is what you want, fine. If you want to get destroyed by 2 niggas hurting your ass, fine. But just know,
Are you included? Are you included?
In the train?
Yeah.
He said he's going. He said he's getting to work. Getting to work. Getting to fucking work.
But that's the end.
Carr finna put them steel toes on, go to work.
Hey,
Finna go straight the boots up.
put your boots on. And I got some new steel toes on. So that traction gonna be hell, boy. Ain't no slipping in that mud.
I got the weather resistance.
So,
Be putting
you
my
want
foot
to try
right
it?
here.
I'll fulfill it, but just know there ain't no future after this. You better go
Yeah.
holler at that other dude.
I'm cool on the train. No.
But would you look at? I just use that as an example. But would you look at her differently? Like, would you say to yourself, like, okay,
I can't meet you.
you've given too much. You're giving too much information. Now I can't even look at you the same. That's like the basis of the
On that
conversation.
specific, or are you talking about in general?
Using that as an
you saying in
example or
general.
anything.
You're
Yeah,
saying
in
in
general.
general.
Yeah.
On that specific one, I'm looking at you different.
Mm.
In general, depending on what the preference
She
is.
said, "Bang, I want to get a swing,
Get a like the
The
swing.
sex swing.
a sex swing."
I ain't looking at you different like that. Just tell me where to stand. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I'm just saying.
But that's what I'm saying.
It
Like,
depends on what
what
you're
you're
asking.
asking.
Yeah, it depends
Yeah.
on what you're asking. Yeah.
so, but you would look at her differently, is what y'all are.
Depends
On
on
what
what
she asked. If she asking for a train, then I'm looking at you.
See, I don't think I would look at you differently. I think I can say yes or no.
to the train.
Yeah, I can say, okay, yeah, that ain't what I'm
What if
looking.
she come back with, well, I want to do it anyway?
And that's where I.
So then
That's
that's going to fulfill.
Right
That's different. See, that becomes different.
Then we go on our set.
I'm gonna get them Doc Martens.
Now,
That becomes different.
Yeah.
Because I would say for me, I'd be like, if I really like you, you get what I'm saying? That's going to be different than if we just hooking up or whatever.
Yeah.
So if in my head, I'm like, I can see myself having a future with you and you reveal that that is a fantasy, I'm not going to be like, oh, I can't be with you anymore. But if you say, no, this is what I need in order to be in a relationship or for us to continue, then
That's different.
that's different.
That's gonna be
But some people's sexual desires are like, I gotta do this before I get married or before my life is over, and I feel like some people that happens after they're married. They like something clicks and they're like, oh, I need to do this,
Right.
or I need to do X, Y, and Z.
And see, that's not fair.
It's not, but
Therein lies a deeper issue.
Yeah.
Because now you flipped and changed what I signed up for.
everybody changes and evolves. You know what I'm saying? You can't
That's
say
true.
you can't say
That's true.
to your wife or your husband, you can't
Don't change your
don't
mind.
change your sexual preferences.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
Not preferences, desires.
I still think it's just all.
I had to break that one real quick.
Hey, some people do.
They do though.
I think it's just all in what she's asking. Because I mean, if she
Yeah.
say before I give you this neck, you gotta eat these toes. You know, every time you just gotta decide if I could eat these toes.
Toes ain't that bad if you give them neck.
Some people don't like toes.
Some people don't.
That comes from
But
full
depending on the
circle
neck,
with the
you
whole
know.
conversation. Now, if you can't fulfill her fantasy and you still want to be with her, can you go through that trial and tribulation with her? That journey of
Therein lies.
I got a
Yeah.
man that can't fulfill this one fantasy. I
He won't eat my toes.
Now,
Eating is good.
No, I'm with him.
Eating toes is just killing. You mean sucking the toes?
No, you can eat toes.
No.
Bristle the thing.
You can see some toes.
sound like some professionals over here.
That sucking toes is old. You know,
Sound like a professional. Chew them up.
yeah, but
Make her foot or shoe size
make it
smaller.
look like her feet been under some water for some hours, dog.
Oh, she got the wrinkle toes now. The toes are wrinkled.
Look like some old grapes. Yeah, I ain't been drinking, dog.
Not the prunes.
But not the prunes.
Back this up.
But here's the thing. I think we need to hear married men talk like that. Because it shows. Let me say why. Let me say why. A lot of times, in my opinion, married couples get a bad rap. You know what I'm saying? Because you hear more of the negative than you do of the positive. So when you have a man that's saying, nah, if it's my old lady, you know what I'm saying? I'm all in, whatever she wants to do, or maybe you do have limits to some degree, but if it's sucking toes and that's what she on, we on it together. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's good to hear, the prunes is a bit much. But
Yeah, I bet glad Mrs. Carr ain't here. She would have been revealing some shit about me.
I'm a parrot.
He lying. I'm not.
So, well, since we're there, we're gonna go a little off the deep end. But when it comes to give me one non-negotiable, what is your one non-negotiable when it comes to sex in general? Doesn't just
You ain't tying me up.
not tying you up.
I mean, probably the most general thing every man would say no to. We ain't doing no butt stuff.
No butt stuff. Do you want to clarify that, or you just generalizing the butt stuff?
I'm gonna play safe. No butt stuff.
No butt stuff.
Anybody get deep with me? No butt stuff. Generalize that. You ain't gonna try to get that. He tried to mediate. He mediating me right now. He getting on me a lot better.
Almost got to them.
He almost got it.
We had one dinner. TJ know what we had one dinner. I know what I get caught. That's why I didn't drink.
He almost made it.
Oh, man.
Boy, I hit you with the CNN.
got a choice too. Like, would you like that? It's up to you. You know.
Oh man. One non-negotiable.
Both of theirs, but both of what they said.
Yeah.
No, because
Yes,
I
yeah,
got. Yeah, I'm good on that. They seeing the world laughing, Precious laughing, Brianna laughing.
Yeah, so I'm going to be specific in
Just him, bring him
yeah. I believe in clarity. You understand? So ain't no penetration of any kind. Now you got to be specific. You know what I'm saying? You got to be clear. You got to be clear. But tying up, I don't mind that. I think the blindfold, I really gotta trust you. We gotta be locked in. We really gotta be locked in for that. That's gonna take some years.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like 6-10 years. It's gonna be in that thing.
It's a no for all three.
Took the breakthroughs is 6. So what was that? The
Text messages.
Now you tied up everybody.
I said it. No.
Oh man.
Yeah, blindfold is a no for me too.
Blindfold is a no. Yeah. I'm not ready for the blindfold, but tied up, that's what you want to rock, you know.
Shout out to J Ben Jams for joining us. He caught the end of us, but you know, watch the playback.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you.
Don't miss episodes.
So
hilarious time.
yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. We went over our hour, but I just want to, have some good conversation with some kings that I knew we're gonna bring some good energy, on our first episode back. Listen, I don't know if I'm going to keep this on Instagram. We're also recording for YouTube as well. If you haven't checked out our previous episode, First Dates with a Little Kiss and Tell podcast, make sure you go ahead and check that out. It is available on YouTube right now. Run it up. If you don't already follow us or are not subscribed to us, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube. Carr, go ahead and plug what you have
Man,
going
y'all know who it is, your boy Carr, aka Henry1. You can follow me at Carr's Corner, one word, or __ Carr, or the Just Listen podcast. Just Listen 2 ends _ podcast.
Yes, sir. Phil.
You can follow us at Never Play Yourself podcast, Never Play Yourself _ podcast, and you can also follow me at Unlaced Productions on Instagram.
Amen. Brother.
Kicks and Patron.
He's so excited. Lord,
spelled out. Kicks and Patron.
So cool.
So you can find me.
Kicks and Patron, Never Play Yourself.
He just said that.
Never Play Yourself. Gotta promote it again.
Appreciate it. And Never Play Yourself.
Yes.
Kicks and Patron on IG.
Listen, I appreciate these kings for joining me. Once again, if you have not seen our previous episodes, they were kind of calm today. They were wild. Never Play Yourself. We got kind of wild. So make sure y'all check out Never Play Yourself, their last episode. Just Listen's last episode. You will see your favorite bearded king in the building on both of those episodes. So make sure you check that out. Once again, we appreciate y'all for joining us. If you are not following us on IG, Facebook, and or YouTube, once again, it's a perfect time to do it. Please share this live. Once again, we're going to try to make sure we get this content out to you guys also on YouTube. So make sure you check us out there. We appreciate y'all for joining us. This has been King to Queen Talk, and we are out. Peace.
Tony G.